Welcome back, everybody, to another video of Civilization Restarts. This one is going to be crazy. We're going to have a lot of stuff happen, so make sure to stick around, like, and subscribe. Let's begin. This is episode 7 of the Civilization Restart series. Okay, so I need y'all to subscribe, because at the time of recording this, we are this close. I know you can't see my hand, but it's a very close gap between my fingers. We are very close to 800 subscribers, which is a very big goal we have. And we need to hit 1,000 subscribers. Okay, let's begin now. So, we're actually going to begin over here in the Mamluk Egypt thing, where the Mamluks are going to go ahead and actually have a disputed region between themselves and Carthage, this right here. Now, Carthage is going to say all of it belongs to Carthage, because when the Mamluks started recognizing the Carthaginians, they already had a way of dividing up all of Africa. Everything hugging the Mediterranean coast should be a part of Carthage. So, all this should be a part of Carthage. However, the Mamluks, wanting more land, say no. This hugs the coast even closer. This should be Carthage, and this should be us. But Carthage wants all of this, so they're gonna have no problem capturing this, obviously, because even the Mamluks are fine with that. However, everything else they're gonna have a problem with. Eventually, the Mamluks are like, okay, I'm done with you. We're just not having a border there. If you try to colonize it, I'm gonna help everyone in that place to rebel against you. So Carthage, they look to move that way. However, not wanting to offend the red team, which is right here, and can easily destroy the capital, they actually go here and find Corsica. I think that's his name. Corsica? Yeah, Corsica. Hey man, this is the same color as... Hold up. I feel this is the same color as Sri Lanka. Let me just check. Okay, slightly different. What about, is it not the same color as these guys? Also slightly different. Okay, we're fine. Anyway, yeah, they captured this island, and now they control a very important passage. This also starts making people think that the Mediterranean isn't actually infinite, because this is an expansion of land. To their knowledge, this land could just keep on going forever. It doesn't, obviously, but they think there's a lot of they think it's like an archipelago here. Meanwhile, another country actually doesn't pop up, but these guys do. These guys capture this, and then another country does actually pop up right next to them. It's going to be the Taipei, the Taipei Republic. So this is the Saigon Republic. We're gonna have the Taipei Republic. This video is not meant to be political. Please remember that. Uh, no, that doesn't look like a good color. I want it to be another shade of blue or pink or red. Okay, let's do purple. That looks nice. Okay, there we go. Taipei. So yeah. Meanwhile, the Qing are going to expand a lot, and they're going to capture a lot of regions. Mostly like right here. Now this is going to start offending these guys who are like, "Hey, yo, man, what are you doing? That land was ours. We wanted that. How could you?" So they're going to expand too into the Korean Peninsula even more, where they're going to capture all of this right here, all up till here. And now let's incorporate all these regions. So Saigon's annexation goes somewhat well. There's not many people. There's a lot of people living there actually. They almost like double their population with this single annexation. However, that also comes at the cost of assimilation. However, they don't assimilate these people. They actually recognize those people as their own thing. So that goes pretty well. The Qing, not as many people as they had themselves live. They like 1.5. They times 1.5 their population. Koreans, no one lives here yet, so they're gonna be fine. They just have to send out a lot of settlers. But now they have so much stuff, they actually pay you to have children, so their population's booming. If you know anything about South Korea in our timeline, their population is going down. So that's gonna happen eventually. That's just, I feel like personally a part of it is geography. But anyway, right here, nope. Right here, yes. That is a disputed thing. Eventually, that dispute is solved as a new country pops up, and another one, and another one. Right, but the biggest one that's going to pop up is this one, Manchuria, or whatever they call it in this timeline. They just don't call it Manchukuo. That's all I know. All I know is they don't call it Manchukuo. But Manchuria pops up, and it's pretty big. This is its desired region. Now let's color in the stuff it actually has under its control. Yeah, that's what I thought. It's much less, way less significant, way less looks nice type, because it doesn't actually have all of this under its control. So it's going to capture that, but it doesn't have that under its control. So we're also going to color it in because most people here don't care. And now you can see their world is split in two. There's a lot of stuff here, And then there's just this, which is kind of like its own world. Yeah. Uh, I'm gonna blend this a bit into blue. So there, that's another country, and then red, I guess, for this one. That's another country. So yeah, the Qing. There's also going to be the Sultanate of Beijing. The Sultanate of Beijing that's gonna pop up. As you can see, the Chinese regions, they're getting pretty torn apart. A lot of different countries. These guys are going to colonize all of this. Actually, they're actually going to go ahead and colonize. And then the Beijing Sultanate is going to have turquoise-looking thing as its color. That's not all though, because another one, which we're going to call the Shenzhen. No, where's Shanghai? Shanghai is down here. I can't name a Shanghai. Um, the Shanghai, the Kingdom of Shanghai. I know Shanghai's down there. I can't think of another name. They're going to start existing. And okay, wait, I actually like this color very much. And now the Qing are a much more, as you can see, kind of divided. Now, that's not a very good thing because they want to expand. Remember, their ultimate goal right now is to get as much land as possible. The problem is now there's other countries. Now they can't just expand. Now a lot of these countries only started existing because of the Qing, because they knew they were going to get colonized otherwise. And Qing don't really have that good of a military. Beijing's capital is somewhere in Beijing, is what I think. Right there. These guys are gonna have it as close to Shanghai as possible. These guys are gonna have it up there. Taipei is gonna have it in Taipei. Um, these guys are going to have it right here on the coast, and I think that's almost it. Yeah. Okay. Meanwhile, the blue team is going to actually prosper a lot. They're going to capture this land, and then they're going to abandon it because they don't really think it's useful. However, it's going to help them capture something else. It's going to help them capture this very special land because now they're in Myanmar. There are times, Britain, because most of the world that the humans actually know about, or like the actual humans over here, these guys don't count. It's mostly just blue team. They own so much everywhere. Meanwhile, these guys, after stumbling around a bit, touch this thing, and then finally figure out they were always on Africa. That's going to be very disappointing for them. Very disappointing. But they also quickly reached the Madagascar ones and informed those guys that this is just an extension of Africa. However, now at least the blue team knows they have a random colony in here that they never knew about. Over here, there's actually going to be a Balkan Union that pops up in response to Athens. And as you can see, it's a pretty big country. Not gonna lie, it's pretty big. So I think that's a nice color. That's going to be the Balkan Union. So everything's expanding right now. But over here, there's going to be the Sultanate of Venice, the Kingdom of Italy, the Kingdom, the Kingdom of the Peninsula, and wait, no, the Kingdom of the Peninsula, and the Sultanate of Slovakia. So I know Slovakia is like over there. I can't think of another name. These three are going to be very influential in their respective regions because they're going to be economic powerhouses. Even though they're really small, they're going to be absolute economic powerhouses. And the red team wants that nice economic land. But also, now they know that not all of the Mediterranean, this is just a bay. Now they know that because they thought this was also an expansion of land. Yeah, so a lot of the world has been discovered, but this is the important thing because these guys trigger everything. Not they join the Slovenians, which makes something happen. I need to select this very quickly. No, is that nope? I need to select this. Yeah, okay. So them joining Slovenia is actually going to make Slovenia, the Balkan Union. They're going to basically be like, okay, you know what? This land isn't even worth it. So we have our first country to die in Europe. Here's the thing. That country lasted less than an episode. But the trigger here is now seeing a country on their border die. Venice is going to start rapidly militarizing and actually declare, well, I need to give these guys a capital. Venice's capital is in Venice. These guys' capital is right there. They're actually going to declare war on Albania. Now, see, this war is going to be influential because it's not for land. It's for military access and it's for resources. Because Venice wants to go into Carthage. That's the land they truly want. So quickly the capital is captured and besieged, and they continue holding on to the capital for a very long time until Albania finally succeeds and is like, okay, fine, you can have military access, whatever you want. Meanwhile, the Mamluks declare war on Athens, and this is a very costly war because Athens is cut off from the rest of its empire, like the city, and the Turks also get into this. They quickly declare war and capture a lot of land. However, it's in Crimea's best interest to keep Athens alive, so it also declares war. And it goes through and it obliterates this thing. Complete obliteration. And so that is going to mean the collapse once again of the Turks, whose new capital is probably going to be like down here somewhere. I didn't mark it yet. I will mark it shortly. The red team also hops into this, declaring war on the Mamluks to regain some of their land and also Turkey, kind of just to gain Cyprus. But that war is going to go horribly, horribly wrong. Not only are the Mamluks going to now reach up till there, they're also going to expand south all the way here. And now the blue team's getting scared. They could have, and they're going to land here. Now the blue team's getting scared. They could have also hopped into this war. And actually, they're also going to land here. They could have also hopped into this war and completely obliterated the red team. However, now they're kind of getting scared of how strong the Mamluks are getting. Because look at this. They started as a small rebellious state right here. Now look at how strong they are. Look how much they have expanded to. The red team is crumbling with them. And obviously the Persians are going to quickly expand. Now the king, remember, the current king, he was sent to Persia to fight because they hoped he'd die there. So he has personal beef with the Persians. So he quickly goes to lead a charge against them in this region. However, he fails. And while he's running away, so like he's getting chased, he's actually cut. Not only is this land fall, the king is killed. And having no heir, his wife quickly becomes the first queen of the red team. And over here, the Azerbaijanis, they're also getting pretty scared. They don't like Persia here. So they give the red team a deal. Concede this region to us, and we will fight on your behalf. And the red team, looking at the situation over here, says, I bet. And so they quickly begin sending warriors, and they quickly capture a large port over here, including Tehran, which is, that's not very good. Meanwhile, these guys, they actually move their thing to Tehran. Or not Tehran, this is not Tehran. This over here would be Tehran. But now having secured their border and Tehran, they move their capital to Tehran after this war. Feel like I am missing something. Ah, yes, this country's capital. That's fine, I will make that eventually, and these guys' capital, I guess. Meanwhile, Athens itself is actually conquered and burned to the ground. Greece, or the land of Greece, is quickly falls after and is destroyed, knocking out all red team hopes and winning the war once and for all. So with this, I'm actually going to undevelop this and now draw up the peace treaty. Peace treaty time, chat. Peace treaty time. I told you this one was going to be big. Because now with the Mamluks having done this, they are officially... You're actually going to have a power ranking right after this. So firstly, okay. So the Mamluks themselves are actually only going to get this much land. Now that seems not like a lot, but that's basically all of Greece's population. So yeah, they're going to capture all of that. They're also going to take Cyprus. Now that's the thing that pains the red team because Cyprus helped the red team get so much stuff from the Mediterranean because it was a pretty nice port base. They're also going to take most of the land they captured. No, that does not look like anything they captured. They're going to take most of the land that they captured, and some more, some less in some parts. Though that also looks pretty bad. They're going to capture most of the land they captured. What am I saying? Okay, yeah, it's going to follow something like that. It's going to capture that. That still looks nothing like it. They're going to capture all of that. Nope. Uh, they're going to capture all of that. See, okay, there we go. And then over here, they're going to spike out in multiple directions and nope. They're going to spike out in multiple directions, capturing this, obviously. And then they're obviously going to capture this stuff they conquered right here. See, as you can see, they just almost doubled their territory from just that. And the red team just lost so much stuff. So much. It's not even funny how much they lost. Eventually, though, they do concede one very specific region due to instability and not really caring that much for the Turkish. That's going to be this right here. They actually concede that completely. They don't want that. Now, that was the home of the red team's king, or one of the homes. That was one of his palace. And this reveals that the Mamluks, although being for the people, still do care about monarchies in other countries, just like the rest of the teams, which does hinder their relationship with their people, because the people are like, burn down the palace, he's a monarchy, we don't like him. However, the Mamluks, they're also a monarchy. So yeah, that's going to be, I'm sure that won't cause that many problems in the future. Anyway, they capture all of this, and now they're pretty strong looking. See, that's not the only stuff they capture though, because with great land control comes great responsibility. I'm joking. They're actually going to just go ahead and violate the red team's sovereignty to capture a bit more land. This is going to be with an ultimatum, obviously, and the red team is not going to be able to defend after the troops move into this land and illegally annex it. That's going to just be put there, though. I'm not going to incorporate that because that's an illegal annexation, which means a lot of the world recognizes it, but not the red team. Eventually, though, after fighting a short, very inconclusive incursion into the red team is going to be forced to recognize it. And so, yeah, now the power ranking. So the first number one, this is by military. We'll do economy later. By military, right now, the first by far are going to be officially. It's tie between the Mamluks and the blue team, but I think the Mamluks have a very small lead. Second, blue team. Third, it's between Persia, which I didn't draw the new borders of. It's between Persia and the red team. I'm going to be honest. It's between Persia and the red team because Persia just absolutely cooked them in a battle. So it is between Persia and the red team. I'm actually gonna give it to the red team. Give them the benefit of the doubt. Maybe their general wasn't feeling good on that day, or on any of the other days that he's fought the Mamluks. But yes, it's the red team third. Is it though? I mean, is it though? It's between the red team and the Persians. I think the red team has a small lead that's kind of disappearing. So it's the red team third, Persians fourth. Now fifth, we're gonna go to top five. So fifth is between the Crimeans. The Greeks just got destroyed. Hmm. You may ask why it's the Crimeans. Well, the Crimeans are kind of small, but have they really ever lost a war? No, they're actually a very very strong military. Um, yeah, I don't know. What I do know is the Turks need their capital right here, and then also the Crimeans are actually going to extend their control into Turkey too, taking its just Ottomans. I mean, they're gonna take all that. Meanwhile, the Azerbaijanis did actually fight on the side of the red team. I mean, they did absolutely horrible, and they did not slow down the Persian, but they still did fight. So they're still going to get all that. Now they stretch to the Black Sea and the Caspian Sea. I'm going to say if the fifth were the Crimeans, the sixth I feel like technically the Central Asian Union, the United States of Central Asia, technically, because I know normally they'd be ranked on their individual power, but together they're still pretty weak. Not gonna lie. Now for economy though, top five economies. Number one is easily the blue team. Number two, it's between the Mamluks and the Crimeans. This is by GDP. Yeah, I'm gonna give it to the Mamluks just because of how much bigger they are. But number three is Crimea. Number four is the red team. Number three is Persia. However, by economic growth, number one is the blue team. Number two is Crimea. Number three is the Mamluks. Number four is the Persians. The red team. Not everyone. The average global economic growth is 2% or higher. The red teams is -3%. They lose GDP every. This is per year. They also lose a lot of money per year. While the Crimeans are also looking to finally completely control Crimea, however, they're not gonna. They don't care too much about that yet. The red team's also looking to do that, obviously, with the exception of this, because they're not fighting Crimea. They're gonna lose everything they have on the Black Sea. By land area, I think it might be the blue team, if I'm being honest. It could. It definitely could be the blue team or the red team. One of those. But if we're doing like over overall, overall, I feel like the strongest country overall is probably going to be between the blue team and the Mamluks. However, the runner up is not actually the red team. Let's say the blue team's number one, because probably they are with controlling this match. Mamluks are going to be two. Crimeans, I feel like, are actually three, because they choose their battles very carefully. The red team is going to be four. Persia's going to be five. Now, here's the thing: in terms of diplomacy and alliances and influence on the globe, the blue team is going to be very easily number one. Crimeans very easily number two. Mamluks easily number three. Red team four, but it's Persia five, but it's kind of starting to lag behind Persia a little bit. Anyway, enough Japanese. Last thing is going to be the collapse of Greece into multiple different states. Um, Multiple different states means multiple different states. There's going to be some small states, some big states, but still multiple different states. The reason for this collapse is obviously these guys kind of kind of cooked Greece, like absolutely cooked. So the first one is going to be the Turkish Council of Greece, because they're kind of part Turkish, part Greece. You see what I'm getting at? No, part, a little bit of both. I'm gonna tighten up this border really quickly. Yeah, but I think there is between them and these guys on what the strongest Greece is now. No, for a fact, it's not those, not the Albanians. This is going to be the Albanian Greece. It just wants to join Greece. I mean, join Albania. We're gonna call it South Macedonia because it's kind of like North Macedonia is kind of right there. Then obviously these guys are going to be the Sultanate of Greece, or the strongest probably. It's between those two. These guys are going to be East East Mamlun, not Mamluk, Mamlun, and West Mamlun. That's the exact same color. West Mamlun, West Mamlun. Now, is there enough space to draw their capitals? Yeah, there is. So these guys' capital right there. These guys' capital right there, right there, right there, right there. These are the only ones that don't have a CXs. These guys at least have that thing. Now I'm actually going to do a very small thing. I'm going to cut that right here, and I'm going to cut that right there. This video is 28 minutes long. I need to hurry. This is the last thing we're doing today. Cut that right there. Cut that right there. Actually, no, I don't need to cut that. I just need to cut that. Cut that. And now I need to thicken this up. Thicken it up. Just like that. Yeah, okay, that looks better. And now we can just remove that white pretty easily, just like that. Okay, yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to like and subscribe. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I'll see you guys in the next one. Go watch episode 5 if you're new. That was fire. Very good to make. Uh, uh, yeah, the Civilization Restart series. Go catch up on season 1. We ended season 1 just now. So if you guys enjoyed season 1, yeah, if you want to watch that, go watch that, and goodbye.